They say if you want to understand the plumbing of a volcano, then come to Skye. We're here in search of gabbro, a dark volcanic rock, rich in iron, zinc, coarse of grain, and a key factor in a rider's ability to cling on and winch up some of the toughest and remotest mountains on the planet. This mythical magma is said to be frequently encountered on the road to Valhalla, wherever that is. On this occasion, and having teetered dangerously close to the edges of geologic overdose, I find myself in the back of a seriously minging Citroen van heading north. I don't know about you, but I think it's very easy to reach saturation point with bike microanalysis sometimes. Angles, electronics, gears, components, the rattle of a motor, the range of a battery. I think very often, just cracking on with it really does transcend bike chat by a country mile. And so we were on our way to northwest Scotland, wild, sparsely populated, and very disconnected with the rest of mainland UK. No bike parks or trail centres or any manufactured waymarked MTB trails. We're actually heading to a really remote location on the Isle of Skye in the Inner Hebrides, where the main commercial activity, other than us tourists or continentals, is fishing, crofting, and a bit of whiskey distilling. We arrived in Glenbrittle with a plastic-free bike that doesn't require bottomless pockets to buy, and yet is still able to go full deep into some of the toughest terrain. The question we're asking, a simple one: are less expensive bikes less reliable and less capable as higher-priced ones? Are they more breakable? Here on Skye, we attempt to smash apart MTB myths in a mythical place. Okay, I'm feeling some of you might be feeling a bit starved of bike chat. Right, this is my rig, as some people might call it, for the day. The brand new Vitus E-Mythique LT. I mean, hence coming to a stunning place like this, why have something mythical in a busy bike park or trail centre? Still hungry? Okay. 165 rear, 170mm front. It's a proper full-on long travel bike. All right. You want more, right? Okay, you want more. Around about £4,000, there's 3 bikes in the range. They start at 3,499 and top out just over 4. So folks, let's see if we can have high performance without breaking the bank. Our aim today is to get up there via this incredibly technical path to a place known as Coirlagan, one of the most impressive corries in the world, and it's flanked by these gigantic rock towers. And then, at the end of the day, if we make it, descend through this track, which is equally hazardous. Look at the conditions ahead. There's a bit of cloud near the summit, but we're not going for the summit. We're just going for the corrie. Right, now we're into the serious stuff. Oh, it's great having 170. It just sinks into those holes. Here we go. Here we go. Oh. You gotta love the challenge of a super tough single track line. Heart rate into the red. Oh, all lit. Yes. Wow. This place seems so disconnected from the rest of the UK. Oh, that is absolutely spectacular. Look at those cliffs. The crammed orange contours of Coirlagan looked hefty, even on paper. Wow. Curry pasty. Do you know what? I actually think it's something as basic as the fact that the ability of an EMTB to ride bogs and technical sheep tracks, which would be simply hell on a mountain bike.
No, absolutely. I wouldn't even think of it. Up there, give me an e-bike anytime.
Yeah, right. Look at that. You will not get that anywhere else in the UK. That is absolutely mind-blowing. Look at that mist and smoke, and it's like the mountain's on fire.
Stunning.
Look at it.
Oh, get me off this mountain. Woo!
We finally reached the ice-moulded gabbro, some of the best examples in the world. This was where the walking would soon stop and the real riding begin. Soon it was time to kick on along the west buttress of Sgurr Alastair and the slopes of Sgurr Giarg. I mean, it's a bit of pain, but I don't think I've ever been to Scotland and not pushed for, I mean, common sense, right? This isn't the manicured trail centre bike park experience, and that's the whole thing that's great about it. It's a proper adventure, and it's proper beautiful. What's Aidy doing? Hike-a-biking? That wasn't in the script. This wasn't in the script. We had but one pitch to climb before we stepped out onto the huge but precipitous rock slabs under the Sgurrs.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
It's not funny, Aidy's gone old school.
That is a nervous laugh, Jones. A very nervous laugh.
I gotta say, the conditions underfoot. I did actually see some local lad riding up here a few years ago. Can't remember what his name was. Okay. Cover your back brake, Aidy.
Yeah, I'm there.
Keep following me, Aidy. And we're up. Grip on this rock. Pretty amazing. But just one snap chain, it's game over. Look at that, folks. Look at that rock. Just use the seat. Oh, look at those rocks. Look at those rocks above. Here it is. Crossing the zigzags. Tipped into the maw of Coelragan proper, the Vitus have improved its agility and immense technical climbing ability. A long-travel rock climbing machine with the Bafang 510 drive unit at the very centre of our powers. More than this, the balanced geometry, the componentry and battery range to get us here.
Va benissimo.
And so it was in this land of fire and ice, we opened the check valves on one of the world's least expensive bikes. Yeehaw! Time to head to Glenbrittle.
Vamos.
Make sure your brakes are working, that's all I can see. Woo! We now made our way downhill through terrain which was more technical than the World Championship downhill race taking place 3 hours southeast. The 165mm of rear travel about to be pushed into action. And could the 170mm fork and more basic shock deliver in such difficult terrain? Angles, as you'd expect, bang on for a 165, 170 bike. I mean, you could probably race downhill on this bike. One thing is for certain, the guys at Vitus are absolute boffins at creating lively and yet supportive suspension. I just want you guys to be aware that on the back of this bike, it's a very basic RockShox stamper. There's only rebound adjustment on it. And honestly, I think it's all you need. And so, with Loch Brittle just underneath us, it was time to ponder some kind of answer to the original question about the ability of low-priced bikes. Well, in spite of us having pretty much broken ourselves, the Mythique had the power for the rock climbing and the incredibly brilliant suspension to deal with the rock smashing. A monumental yes. Yes, you can have performance without breaking the bank. Happy campers. Happy riders. Nice work, Vitus.